Maria. This is Friar Roderic here for AirMaria.com, and we're at the Westerly Rhode Island Parish of Immaculate Conception, and we have Ray Trebisacci here for the Our Lady of Mount Carmel Procession.
Friar, how are you? Get it right, it's Trebisacci. It's tough for people who aren't Italian.
Trebisacci, it's a beautiful name.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We've been doing this for 79 years. Next year will be our 80th anniversary, and it was originated by the Italian immigrants who came to this town, Westerly, in honor of our Blessed Mother. And there is a whole story behind it, but however, they brought their faith over here, and they're thankful to be here, and we've been able to continue it for these 79 years, and it's a wonderful, wonderful tribute to those people who started it back 79 years ago, and it's just amazing that we have been able to keep the tradition alive for this long.
Yeah, not only keeping it going, but it's actually quite successful. Many people showed up. How many people showed up at this?
It's difficult to say. We don't keep a head count, but I will agree with you that this year probably we had one of the biggest turnouts ever, and I'm not sure if it's a gauge of the troubles we have in this world now. People turn to their faith more so now in times when we need our Blessed Mother's her blessings, and I just believe it's a sign of the times, unfortunately.
Now, how long is the march?
It's, I think it's about 3.5 miles. We start here at the Immaculate Conception Church, which is on Narragansett Avenue. This area that we go through, the Immaculate Conception Parish, it's traditionally that we go through the area where most of the Italians had settled in this area. Unfortunately, it seems that as time goes by, less and less people line the streets. I can remember I've been involved with the feast committee probably for the past 10 years anyways, and I can remember when there were a lot more people out on the street showing their devotion. As people move away, as families move away, as the Italian families move away, there's less and less people who share in this tradition. I can remember also when my father, who was a member of this committee, so maybe 40 years ago, I can remember when there were so many more people lining the streets.
So you're a second-generation committee member then, huh?
Third-generation committee member.
Third generation?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you call it second or third, but my grandfather was one of the original founders. My father was also a member. Several of my uncles are members now, and also some of my cousins are members too.
That's great. It's quite a family organization there. Yeah. So, but there's still quite a few people out there. I saw many people lined up with showing devotion and also offering drinks for all the people going by. And that's all spontaneous, right? It's not really organized by you. It's just outshowing of people's devotion, right?
It isn't organized by us, and it is a showing of their devotion, and we're thankful for that. Some of us, I was brought up where part of my devotion was not to have anything to eat or drink while we were out on the parade route or on the procession route, which I still adhere to. So I'm glad that we came down. We're very thankful. There was a reception in the parish hall. And I had a few drinks and some watermelon down there, so it was very good.
There's a lot of good food down there, I saw, yeah.
Yeah, it was. But most of the people, it's out of necessity. You have to stay well hydrated out on there. Right. I can only remember in my maybe 30 years that I've been involved or either been a witness to the feast or been involved on the feast committee, I can remember only one year which we had any rain. And it's been it's something where it's always hot, always muggy, and thank God for this breeze that we have here. But it's out of necessity. You have to have some water along the way.
Right.
Woe to those people who have any wine, though.
Right. So, and there was a lot of penance involved too. You're in the hot sun, and a lot of years has been quite hot. So people come out here expecting to do a lot of penance and to offer that up to Our Lady, right?
I say that of all people, I'm sure I'm one of the people who need it the most. We all have to come out here, and we offer it up to Our Lady. We offer it up as a way of penance, and it's not a bad thing to do. It's my understanding, back in the day, 79 years ago, people would walk the route with bare feet, and it's an amazing thing.
So hot pavement too, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was hot then or not. I imagine it was, but that's what they used to do. It's an amazing thing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Now, is there any particular connection between the Calabresians and the Mount Carmel, or is that?
Well, you have me there. All I can say is that the reason that the Calabrese are involved, it seems like they are the ones that came to Westerly. Westerly was the home that they chose. So there is a large Calabrese Italian presence in Westerly, as opposed to if you go over to Pawcatuck, Connecticut, in St. Michael's Parish, where it's a lot of Sicilian, the Sicilians. That's where they settled. My father happens to be Calabrese. My mother happens to be Sicilian. So actually, I'm a member of the Mount Carmel Feast Committee, and I'm a member of the Maria Assunta Society in St. Michael's Church, which is a Sicilian parish.
So you're well connected to all the processions in this town, then, right?
Well, it's part of my devotion, I believe.
So at one point, Ray, you went down to the memorial at the north end. What's the story with that memorial?
In the north end is where many of the Italian immigrants settled and still live today, actually. And several years ago, I'm not sure how long, it might have been about 10 years ago, that the families in the north end got together to beautify that circle that they were stopped at, and so as a tribute where we all meet, where one end of the procession can see the other end of the procession because we're in a circle there, and as a tribute to the founding members of our society, as a tribute to the immigrants who settled in the north end, we stop there and we have a moment of silence and play the national anthem.
Great, yeah. So it's both a memorial for war veterans and also a symbol of the unity of the community, right?
That's correct. Yep, it's a great show.
It's very beautifully well done. That's little area there.
It is. It's a great thing. Yeah, very nice.
That's great. So we really appreciate you, Ray, for you taking the time to give us this interview with us. It's a wonderful experience, and we're just very edified by the whole experience. And we thank you for that. We thank you for this interview.
Thank you for coming, and we invite you back next year too for our 80th procession.
Great, 80th procession. That'd be great.
That'd
wow.
be good. Thanks.
Very good. So this is Friar Roderic here for AirMaria.com and at Westerly, Rhode Island. And thank you very much for viewing us. Ave Maria.